Okay, students, in the last class I derived the equation for the electric field intensity due to infinite line charge. Okay, that was the derivation that we did in the last class. And then the formula for the electric field intensity is given by the rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R AR bar. That is the formula for the electric field intensity due to the infinite line charge. Rho L divided by 2 epsilon naught R AR bar. Okay. Now using that formula, we'll try to solve few of the examples here. Note down these examples. The first example appears like this. A uniform line charge of linear charge density 25 nanocoulomb per meter lies on the line x equal to minus 3 meter and z equal to 4 meter in free space. Find the electric field intensity at a point 2, 15, 3. Okay. Note down this problem statement and the figure. A uniform line charge of linear charge density 25 nanocoulomb per meter lies on the line x equal to minus 3 and z equal to 4 meter in free space. Find the electric field intensity at a point 2, 15, 3. Do you all note down, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
right. Read the problem statement. A uniform line charge of linear charge density. It's a line charge. It's a line charge which lies on the line. The charge is lying on the line and its charge density is 25 nanocoulomb per meter. Linear charge density, that is rho L is given. Rho L is 25 nanocoulomb per meter. It lies on the line x equal to minus 3 meter and z equal to 4 meter. It lies on the line x equal to minus 3 meter and z equal to 4 meter in free space. Okay, that is x equal to minus 3. So x equal to minus 3 means in the negative x direction, that is opposite. This is our positive x. Okay, this is our positive x. X equal to minus 3 means in the negative direction, that is this side. Then z equal to 4 meters, positive 4. Z is equal to plus 4 in the same direction as z here, plus z. Z is equal to 4. This is our line of infinite line charge. Okay, this is our line which is carrying the infinite charge from the range minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, then we have to find the electric field intensity at a point 2, 15, 3. There is some point here in the x, we can take in the yz plane 2, 15, 3. In this point, at this point, what is the electric field intensity that we are supposed to calculate? Okay, so this is our problem statement and the understanding of the problem. We know what all are given. Write down the given data first and then we'll continue in the solution of the problem, with the solution of the problem. Royal is given 25 into 10 raised to minus 9 coulomb per meter, right? Line charge density they have given. Then the line is x equal to minus 3, z is equal to 4. That is y is equal to 0. It is having y is equal to 0, x equal to minus 3, y is 0, and z equal to 4. Okay, right? Some point, because they are given x and z, y they are not given. So it is 0, minus 3, comma 0, comma 4. Okay, if you are assuming it as 0, x equal to minus 3, comma 0, comma 4. This is our line, whatever they have given. Then according to our formula for the electric field intensity, E bar is rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R AR bar. The final formula that we had got in the last class was rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R AY bar. But this AR bar and AY bar, they are in the same direction. The R, that is a perpendicular distance from the origin to the point Y. Try to recollect what we discussed in the previous class. The perpendicular distance from the origin to the point P on the Y axis, that is our small r. Okay, so AR bar or AY bar means it's the same thing, which is lying on the Y axis. So I can consider AY bar is equal to AR bar, small r. AY bar is equal to AR bar. That is the reason instead of AY bar, here I am using AR bar. Rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R AR bar volt per meter. This is our formula available. Then we have to substitute the given values in the formula that we know, that is E bar is equal to rho L is 25 to 10 raised to minus 9 divided by 2 pi into epsilon naught is 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12, right? That is multiplied with AR bar divided by R. AR bar divided by R. I'm writing it as it is, AR bar divided by R. Then R distance we have to find. This R is the perpendicular distance between the point P and the infinite line. The perpendicular distance between the point P and the infinite line is the distance vector R bar, or the distance R bar. Okay, that is distance R bar is given by the point P coordinates are 2, 15, 3, destination minus the source. Therefore, we have to take the difference between the two. Okay, so we are writing the equation 2 minus of minus 3, that is the coordinates of the point P 2, 15, 3, whereas the coordinates of the line charge are minus 3, 0, 4. Take the difference between the two. It is 2 minus of, at the point P we are finding the electric field intensity, that is our destination. 2 minus of minus 3 into AX bar, 2 minus of minus 3 into AX bar, plus what about the y coordinate? This is important here. This is an important concept. Here, this infinite line charge is lying parallel to the y axis. Is an infinite line charge, and it is parallel to the y axis. As it is parallel to the y axis and in between the range minus infinity to plus infinity, right? Whatever is the intensity at the point P due to any point on the positive y axis and any point from the minus y axis, negative side, okay, that will get cancelled out each other. The same point that we discussed when we are discussing the derivation part of the electric field intensity due to electric field intensity due to the infinite line charge. The same point, that is there we considered the z axis, the perpendicular axis. Okay, z axis, vertical axis, that z axis, positive z axis and minus z axis, they are mirror image. So the electric field intensity at the given point due to plus z and minus z will get cancelled out each other because they are the mirror image of each other. Okay, similarly here the electric field intensity due to plus and minus at the point P will get cancelled out each other because they are the mirror image of each other. That is why we are not considering the y coordinate when solving this problem. The y coordinate will be neglected. We have to neglect the y coordinate. Okay, in the previous class we neglected the z coordinate, right? Here we are neglecting the y coordinate. Because it is lying parallel to the y axis between the range minus infinity to plus infinity. So our y coordinate is neglected. Here we are considering only x and z coordinates. R bar is equal to 2 minus of minus 3 AX bar plus the z coordinate. Z coordinate here is 3 and the z coordinate of the given line is 4 plus 3 minus 4 into az bar, plus 3 minus 4 into az bar. Hence it will be r bar is equal to 2 minus of minus 3 is 2 plus 3, it is 5 ax bar plus 3 minus 4 is minus 1 minus az bar. Let us find the magnitude of this r bar vector. Magnitude of r bar vector is equal to square root of 5 square plus minus 1 square, that is square root of 5 square is 25 plus 1, that is square root of 26. Now let us write we'll write the unit vector ar bar, because the formula is here itself. It is ar bar divided by r magnitude we have calculated already, it is root 26. Then ar bar is the vector divided by its magnitude, that is distance vector divided by its magnitude. This r bar is 5ax bar minus az bar, and its direction is given by, its magnitude is given by that divided by r bar vector, magnitude of r bar vector, that is root 26. That is our direction vector or the unit vector ar bar. Okay, that is r bar is 5ax bar minus az bar divided by this r bar magnitude, it is root 26. Okay, so take up till this step, students. Note down up till these steps quickly. I hope you are following here. Yes, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, note down the steps.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
The value of ax bar is 0.9805, sir.
Ax bar is 0. Ax bar you are telling?
980. Yes, sir.
No. This one ax bar, ar bar you are telling? Ar bar value? Ar bar is a vector. What value you are telling? I am not getting. This value you are telling, or you are telling this value?
Sir, this one, sir, that 5x bar minus az bar by the root 26.
Root 26. Right, no problem. We'll see that later. You are copied up
Okay,
till
sir.
this step? Fine, good. You copied up till this step?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Okay, right. We'll move on to the next step then. We'll see. So E bar is given by 25 into 10 raised to minus 9, the same formula. 25 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by 2 into 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 into this one. That is AR bar is 5AX bar minus AZ bar divided by root 26. I am writing it here. AX bar minus AZ bar divided by root 26. That again divided by R bar vector. R bar is magnitude root 26. Again this root 26 will come in the denominator, root 26. If we simplify this entire term, okay, whatever this 25 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by 2.8.854 into 10 to minus 12 into root 26 into root 26. Okay, if we simplify this, then you should get this. Just check out this 17.28. 17.28. This one you please check. That will be multiplied by 5x bar minus az bar. Use your calculus and check, students. How much you are getting, students? Is it correct? Did you verify?
17.29 we are getting.
Okay, and that much slight variation will be there because you have to consider 2 to 3 decimal places. Okay, you have to
Okay,
consider
sir.
2 to 3 decimal places. Then you'll get exact 17 something you'll get. Yes, slight variation is okay. So that into 5ax bar minus az bar. Okay, then you will get this 86.41 ax bar minus 17.28 az bar. That is 17.28 into 5. It is 86.41 ax bar minus 17.28 az bar volt per meter. Unit of electric field intensity is volt per meter. Okay, I hope this example is clear to everyone. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Example is clear to everyone. Okay, let us move on to the second example. Take this example, students. A uniform line charge, infinite in extent, with rho L is equal to 20 nanocoulomb per meter, lies along the z-axis. Find E bar at 6, 8, 3. A uniform line charge, infinite in extent, with rho L is equal to 20 nanocoulomb per meter, lies along the z-axis. Find E bar at 6, 8, 3. Is it taken, students? The statement and the figure?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. It is similar to the previous example. What do you think? Is it not? A uniform line charge, infinite in extent. There is a uniform line charge. It is a charge lying on the line. It is infinite line charge. And they have given the charge density, line charge density, that is rho L is equal to 20 nanocoulomb per meter. That is Q by D. That is charge per unit length. That is our rho L charge density, line charge density, lies along the z-axis. Here it is lying on the z-axis. Similar to that as our derivation that we did in the previous class. Find E bar at 6, 8, 3. You have to find the electric field intensity at the point P of 6, 8, 3. Some point we have to consider. Okay. Here I have considered point P, and then we have to find the electric field intensity at this point P. The perpendicular distance between the infinite line charge lying on the z-axis and the point P is r bar, and the unit vector is along that direction. It is ar bar, where r is a in lowercase, right? Lowercase r bar, and then unit vector is ar bar. Okay. Let us try to find out. Rho L is given as 20 nanocoulomb per meter line charge density. Point on the line charge. What is the point on the line charge? Any point on the z axis will be having the coordinates 0, 0, z. X is 0, y is 0, and we have only the z coordinate. Hence, point on the line charge is 0, 0, z. Therefore, the r bar will be equal to r bar will be equal to 6. This is 6. What is the coordinate of x axis? X coordinate of the line charge 0. So 6 minus 0 into ax bar. Then as it is lying on the uh, z axis, 1 minute, plus 8 minus 0, that is y coordinate, 8 minus 0 into ay bar. Then z coordinate we are not considering, because here it is lying on the z axis. Again, the effect of, or the electric field intensity due to positive z axis and minus z axis will cancel out each other, as they are the mirror image. As the range is from minus infinity to plus infinity, any point on the z axis will have the same mirror image on the minus z axis. Hence, their electric field intensity at this point due to plus z axis and minus z axis will get cancelled out each other, and therefore we are not considering the z coordinate when calculating this example, when solving the example. Okay. Therefore, here we have not considered the z coordinate. Z coordinate we are neglecting. Then magnitude of r bar is equal to square root of 6 square plus 8 square. The square root of 36 plus 64. It is 100. Square root of 100 is 10. Okay. Have you all noted down up till this step, student, or should we wait? If you are not noted down, quickly note down up till this step. This step, note down, please. Did you all note down, students?
So 1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
Okay. Okay. Is it taken down? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll move to the next step. E bar formula is, remember this formula, an important one. Rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon naught R AR bar. Rho L is given 20 into 10 raised to minus 9, 20 nanocoulomb. They have given the value. That divided by 2 pi into epsilon naught value. What is the value of absolute permittivity? It is 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 farad per meter into R value, R bar vector. Its magnitude is 10. We have calculated, and substitute that into AR bar vector. That is unit vector AR bar, which is the perpendicular vector between the point P and the infinite line charge. Okay, it is acting along the perpendicular distance between the point P and the infinite line charge. Unit vector AR bar. AR bar is given by the vector, distance vector R bar divided by its magnitude. Distance vector is 6AX bar plus 8AY bar. That is what it is written here, 6AX bar plus 8AY bar. That divided by the magnitude. Magnitude is 10. Magnitude is 10. Write down that, divided by 10. If we simplify this entire term, 20 to 10 raised to minus 9 divided by 2 pi into 8.854 into 10 raised to minus 12 into 10 into 10, then we will be getting 3.5946. Just verify this, take it for homework. 3.5946, cross verify. This will be multiplied with 6AX bar plus 8AY bar. And once you multiply here, The answer will be E bar is equal to 21.5677 AX bar plus 28.7568 AY bar volt per meter. Okay, note down the steps here. I hope you all noted down, students.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you all have to solve when such examples are asked in examination. Next, we will move on to a topic which is electric field due to charged circular ring. This is a circular ring. It is a ring. We know how it is a ring. You play with the ring, right? Play with the ring, correct? It's a circular ring. Okay, it's a circular ring carrying uniform charge along its circumference. Uniform charge along its circumference, and its charge density is Royal Coulomb per meter. Charge density of this uniform circular ring is Royal Coulomb per meter. This ring is lying parallel to the XY axis. It is lying parallel to the XY axis. If you just look at the corner of your room where you're sitting, okay, the bottom surface, that is the floor of your room, that is your XY plane. That is your XY plane. So parallel to that plane, okay, with the origin exactly in the middle, it is how it is placed in the parallel to the XY plane. Parallel to the XY plane. Okay, XY plane is your floor of your room where you're sitting. Okay, that is your XY plane, and this circular ring is placed parallel to that XY plane. Okay, with the axis as the Z axis. The axis as the Z axis. Then we are finding the electric field intensity at some point P along the Z axis. We are finding the electric field intensity at some point along the Z axis. Let us assume it as P. Okay, we are assuming a small elemental length dl with a charge dq, and we are finding the electric field intensity due to this elemental charge dq with the length dl on the point P, or at the point P, at the point P. Okay, later if we integrate that, then we'll be getting the net electric field intensity or the total electric field intensity due to this charge circular ring at the point P. At the point P. Clear here? The radius of this ring is small r. Radius is r, small r. Okay. Then here this is Z from the origin to this point P of consideration. It is Z. Okay. We are considering it as distance Z. Then the distance between this elemental length dl and the point P is r bar, capital R bar. Note that here it is small r is our radius and capital R is our distance between point P and the elemental length, that is capital R bar. And the unit vector along this direction from the elemental length towards the point P is AR bar. It is AR bar, capital R, AR bar. Okay. Similarly, we are considering the unit length from DL towards the origin. DL towards the origin, that is along the direction of small r, that will be small AR bar. Small AR bar. Okay. That is our assumptions here. Then dq is equal to rho L dl. dq is rho L dl because we know that line charge density rho L, it is charge per unit length. Charge per unit length, that is q by L. Therefore dq will be equal to rho L into dl. Then de bar. De bar, if dq is rho L dl, de bar is q divided by or dq divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR bar. So instead of dq, I'm substituting it as rho L dl. Rho L dl divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR bar. What is R here? R is the distance of point P from dl. This is our capital R, distance of point P from the dl. In cylindrical coordinate system, dl is given by, so this dl, we know that when we are studying the different coordinate systems, we have come across this point. That is, if r is the radius, if r is the radius here, r is the radius and its angle is, say, what they have considered here, angle phi, d phi, small angle d phi. Okay, then the arc length will be what? The radius multiplied by the angle. Am I right? The radius multiplied by the angle subtended, that gives the arc length according to our property of geometry. Okay, so dl is given by r into d phi. Dl is equal to r into d phi, that is the angle subtended. So we are writing here dl is equal to r d phi. Then what will be our capital R? Capital R or r square. So this capital R square, this distance from P to dl, that is from O to P is z, then from O to dl is small r. It is a perpendicular, it is a right angle triangle. We are applying the Pythagoras theorem. Right angle triangle, that is r square will be equal to z square plus r square. Just assume that it is a circular ring, it's a circular ring, okay, parallel to your xy plane, parallel to your xy plane, it's a circular ring, okay. Then if it is parallel, then what will happen? If you are considering any point on the floor, if you are considering any point on your floor, okay, whether that point will be perpendicular or not to the origin and to the point P. You look at your floor where you are sitting, floor of your room where you are sitting, consider one point on the floor, okay, from that point to the origin, from that point to the origin and to the point P on the z axis, whether it is forming a right angle triangle or not. Yes, please, students. Try to imagine here, we visualize here, consider
sir.
one point. Okay, fine. So it is
Yes,
forming a right angle triangle, correct? Good. So once it forms the right angle triangle, we can apply the Pythagoras theorem, that is r square is equal to z square plus r square. Okay, it is r square is equal to r square plus z square. R bar is obtained from two components. If we are finding the distance vector r bar, it is obtained from two components in the cylindrical system. The first component is the distance small r in the direction of minus AR bar. Distance small r in the direction of minus AR bar. Now you may ask me the question, sir, why you are considering it as minus? Why not plus? Because here the normal direction what we considered till now was from P to wherever is the distance, that we have considered as plus. Okay, here it is acting from this dl towards the point P. From dl, our electric field intensity is acting in the opposite direction. That is, it is acting from this elemental length dl towards the point P. Okay, so that is the reason why we are considering it as minus AR bar. It is opposite. It is opposite to our normal XYZ direction. It is opposite to our normal XYZ direction, and it is acting from the elemental length dl towards the point P. That is our direction of the electric field intensity, from the elemental length towards the point P, towards the point P. Okay, therefore we are considering this direction of dl towards the small r as minus AR bar, minus small unit vector AR bar, correct? This is one component, and another component is that is here along the z axis. So it is not only minus AR bar, it is minus RAR bar. Magnitude is R, direction is AR bar. Okay, then z component is lying along the z axis only. There is a, it is along from 0 to, that is origin to P, it is along the z axis only in the same direction. Hence it is plus z into AZ bar. Magnitude is z, direction is, unit vector is AZ bar. So it is plus z into, that is from point this distance according equal to, that is z AZ bar. Rule of parallelogram, what we are finding the distance from point P to the elemental length dl That is, our hypotenuse distance will be given by the sum of the distances of the other two sides. That is z a z bar then minus r a r bar. That is our distance vector. So it is written as r bar is equal to minus r a r bar plus z a z bar. Then the magnitude of this is given by square root of minus r square plus z square. So it is square root of r square plus z square. Take it as equation 4. Then let us find the unit vector. Unit vector is the vector divided by its magnitude. Therefore, it is minus r a r bar plus z a z bar. That is r vector divided by its magnitude is square root of r square plus z square. Take it as equation number 5. Then substitute this whatever we have got in the equation for dE bar. dE bar, what we had got is rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square into AR bar. So dE bar is rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon naught into capital R square. Capital R is our here this distance, root of r square plus z square into then what is remaining AR bar, unit vector AR bar. Unit vector AR bar is minus r AR bar plus z AZ bar divided by square root of r square plus z square. Then DL is what, students? DL is r d phi. Okay, that is our arc length. DL is equal to r d phi. L into r d phi divided by 4 epsilon naught r square z square. So this square and the square root of r square plus z square, that will be 3 by 2. Hence it is r square plus z square raised to 3 by 2 into minus r AR bar plus z AZ bar. Take it as equation 6. Then the radial components of E bar at a point P. Radial components of E bar at point P. Okay, that is get cancelled out each other. If you are considering the component of E bar at the point P, it is lying on the circular ring. If we consider any point on the circular ring and its effect on the point P, so either side of the xy plane, if we consider above the xy plane and below the xy plane, they are again mirror image of each other. Okay, so their effect of the points of on the z axis, the effect of the points on the z axis will get cancelled out each other again, because again will be pointing in the downward direction. If you take the mirror image in the other side of the xy plane, then they will get cancelled out each other. Correct? As they cancel out each other, then we are neglecting this effect of this the radius vector. So we are neglecting the radius of the there is a AR vector we are neglecting here. So components of E bar at point P are gets cancelled each other. They are symmetrical. So we neglect the AR bar component. This AR bar radius component we are neglecting. Okay, because due to this symmetrical concept or symmetrical version of this circular ring, what is happening is for every point charge lying on the circular ring, the effect of that on point P will get cancelled out, because the same effect will be due to the other points on the other side of the xy plane. Okay, so their effect will get cancelled out each other. Hence, we are neglecting this component AR bar. AR bar component is neglected. So once we neglect that AR bar component, then DE bar is given by rho L r d phi divided by 4 pi epsilon naught r square plus z square raised to 3 by 2. Then minus r AR bar plus z AZ bar. Our AR bar component is neglected. Hence, we have only z AZ bar. Okay. So remaining we will continue in the next class. Since still few points are there on the derivation. Okay. Shall I complete it within 2 minutes, or shall we continue in the next class? Students?
Continue the next class, sir.
Okay, no problem. I'll continue the next class. We'll discuss in brief the starting derivation, and then we'll finish it off. Okay. Fine. Any difficulties,
Okay, sir.
students here? Any difficulties here? Any difficulties?
No, sir.
You all followed, right? Rutvik, you followed, right? Rutvik, Gune?
Yes, sir, I followed, sir.
Followed? Good. Sanket?
Yes, sir.
Was it clear today's discussion? Okay. Rohit?
Yes, sir.
Was it understood today's topics, Rohit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Shubham Bekwadkar.
Yes, sir.
It was clear today's
sir.
class concepts.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, then we'll continue in the next class, students. Thank you.